Hey guys, Derek here to do my UFC predictions for Fight Night 23, Fight for the Troops. Looking for this card on Saturday night. You know, you can never go wrong with the free card. This event taking place in Fort Hood for our guys, so thank you UFC for doing that. First fight of the night, Cole Miller versus Matt Wyman. You know, interesting fight where Matt Wyman's coming off that controversial win over Mac Danzig, the Phantom Tap. And, you know, Cole Miller coming off his victory over Ross Pearson where he actually dropped Ross Pearson on the feet, which was very impressive. To me, the biggest difference in this fight will be the inactivity of Matt Wyman. You've seen this time and time again in the octagon. It's very important to stay active in this sport. And I think there's going to be some ring rust for Matt Wyman. And overall, I think Cole Miller's the better fighter. I think the only chance I see Matt Wyman needs to just be a very aggressive, try to just push pace as long as he can, because technically I don't believe he can stand in there with Miller. I see Miller somehow either winning this on points, but my official prediction is going to be Cole Miller second round submission. Second fight of the night, Pat Barry versus Joey Beltran. I see the difference in this fight is does Beltran, can he take it to the third round? Can he weather Pat Barry's storm to get it to the third round? Because Pat Barry showed he does not have the best cardio. But, you know, just on the feet and the way these guys, both of these guys like to fight on their feet, and Pat Barry is, you know, way, way better than Joey Beltran. So, you know, like I said, the only chance I see Beltran having is somehow weathering a storm and catching Barry in the later rounds. But, you know, you got to play this pick smart, and see Pat Barry in this fight, second round TKO. Third fight of the night, George Root, Mark Hominick. Interesting fight here because Dana White, UFC, has already came out and said if Hominick wins this fight, he will get the next shot at Jose Aldo. You know, when I first saw this fight, Hominick versus George Root, you know, it should be an easy win for Hominick, and I still believe that. But the only thing you got to worry about in predicting this fight, guys, is the pressure that's been put on Mark Hominick now. He knows he's got to go in there and not only win, he's got to put on an impressive performance. But I do not see that really being a problem. I think on his feet, he's going to be much too dynamic for George Root. You know, Root did have that knockout over the Korean Zombie, but, you know, we're talking about different levels of fighter here. I believe Mark Hominick is deserved of the title shot in this division. I see Mark Hominick coming out quick and putting George Root away quick. First round TKO, new #1 contender in the featherweight division, Mark Hominick. On to the co-main event of the evening, if you want to call it that. Fourth fight on the card, Matt Mitrione versus Tim Hague. Interesting fight for me. Mitrione has showed that he's improving. His stand-up's looking better. He's picking up things very quickly. We've not really got to see him off his back, and that's going to be the key, in my opinion, to this fight, is can he keep the fight standing? Because Hague, you know, he's a very big heavyweight guy, cuts to get to 265, but he has shown if you keep the fight on the feet, he's not the best stand-up fighter in the world. But if he can get this fight to the ground, he can beat Mitrione. He will have a big advantage over Mitrione. But the problem is, I see Mitrione being too athletic. You know, Mitrione's, he's got an NFL. He's a former NFL player for the New York Giants. I think his athleticism will be able to keep the fight on his feet. And I see him. I don't think he'll finish Hague. Hague's shown that he can take a punch. I see Mitrione winning this fight by unanimous decision. Main event of the evening, Evan Dunham versus Melvin Gulliard. You know, Gulliard, you know, he's moving up. In my opinion, right now where these two guys are in the lightweight division, these are both top 10 guys at this moment in time. You know, basically, you know, Gulliard's won 3 in a row. He's won 5 out of his last 6 fights. And, you know, Evan Dunham should be undefeated. You know, he got screwed in the Sean Sherk fight. You know, he got cut in the first round. And just, you know, in the second, third round, I thought he just dominated Sherk. Especially that third round, he was just teeing off on him. But nonetheless, you know, both of these guys, I believe, depending on how certain situations pan out, or after this fight, the winner of this fight is probably 2 fights away from potentially getting a title shot. Overall, Dunham's the better fighter on the ground. Dunham's a complete fighter. Got great stand-up, great submissions, good wrestling, good submission defense. You know, Dunham's the complete package. Melvin Gulliard, extremely athletic, extremely explosive. Ever since going to Greg Jackson, it seemed to be a much smarter fighter. And, you know, the key to this fight, you know, Dunham may technically be better than in the stand-up, and Dunham's going to want to take this fight to the ground. And I believe if Melvin Gulliard plays, if he stays calm, sticks to the game plan, because you know he's going to get the best game plan out of Jackson, I could see Gulliard taking this fight. I really do. That's a big upset pick. I think he's a 2-1 underdog, and I'll keep going back and forth if I'm going to take this fight next Saturday. If I'm going to take Gulliard next Saturday. But my official prediction is going to be Gulliard by decision. I see it being a scrappy fight. I see it being on the ground. I see Gulliard getting it back to its feet. I see Gulliard landing heavy shots on Dunham, coming close to finish. I see it kind of being a back and forth fight. I see it being a very exciting fight. But in the end, I see Gulliard somehow, some way, guys, pulling this out on the scorecards. Let the comments roll on that. Melvin Gulliard, unanimous decision. 29-28 decision is my prediction. Going out there on a limb on that, but I just think the way these guys match up with each other, I see Gulliard figuring the way, the game plan, Jackson giving him enough game plan to win this fight. Let me know what you think about the video, guys. Looking forward to the fights on Saturday night. Peace. MMA forever, baby.